Alrighty, guys, a green day for Sofi stock. I'll take it. We haven't had many of those over the past couple of days, even though the company had a pretty good earnings report last week. You guys remember they reported a pretty solid GAAP profitable quarter. In fact, their first GAAP profitable quarter, the stock shot up 25%, and then we saw pretty much selling every day thereafter, as you guys can see right here, right? You can see that clearly. And now we pretty much had our first green day probably in the past couple of days, although Thursday might have been a green day. Either way, it was a green day, man. Take it for what it is. 2.9% in the green. SoFi closed at 780. So we're going to break down the charts in this video. You guys know the drill, what I'm looking to do. And we're also going to go over the indexes later in the video, maybe some stocks, other stocks. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on X and TikTok at StockSurfFast. Check out the links down below. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Let's dive right into it. So again, SoFi had a nice green day, up around 3% on the day, although this 4-hour chart, which we'll come back to here in a second, still looks pretty wonky in my opinion. But here on the 5-day, 5-minute, now we're actually back over the 50 SMA and the 180 SMA, and we're noticing a golden cross as well, which is good. Considering the fact that we had a death cross on Friday where SoFi sold down to about 745, and notice how we held that low this morning in the pre-market. If you guys take a look on the intraday chart here, let me pull it up and show you. SoFi held around 745, 750, more like 748 to be exact. And then we started rallying a bit into open. Then once the markets open, we had SoFi shoot all the way up to around, let's see, 790, yeah, 788. Then we chopped around there for a little bit, sold down to 770, another rally. We saw another one to about 788, and then we sold off a bit and closed at 780. Pretty good day overall here for the bulls. But again, the point is, we held the lows from Friday. We did not take that low out, which is really, really good news overall, guys. Or not from Friday. I meant from, yesterday, Monday, guys. We held that low, and I guess from Friday as well, and from Thursday, now that I'm looking at it. So, yeah, I mean, look, we held 745 again this morning. Now we're popping. So what I'm looking at here is, in the very short term, is do we start pushing past $8? That's a very, very big spot. I know it's, in the very, very short term here. But yeah, check this out. Let me set my alert first, actually, at 780. Mark is at or above 780. You guys can see, at this point, or not 780. Let me put it up to about $8. I don't know why I said 780. Either way, $8. You guys can see that's been the spot of resistance from the past couple of days. From yesterday, Monday, 2 days ago, Friday, 2 trading days ago, then on Thursday, right? So if we do start getting momentum out of $8 on SoFi, that's going to be good for the bulls. Maybe some more upside from there. And notice here how we do have a head and shoulders. Do you guys remember this? We have a clear head and shoulders that we did talk a little bit about in maybe the most recent SoFi update. But either way, you guys can see that's still pretty much intact. And you guys can notice, we're still under the trend line, or the neckline, excuse me, which is right at about 850, which makes it an even bigger reason for this to break out. SoFi needs to break 8 to 850. So yeah, head and shoulders still intact. And mind you, we have a death cross here on the 1-hour chart. So keep that in mind. So let me set my alert again at $8. I canceled it to show you guys this head and shoulders. So let me set my alert there. I'll do another one at 8:30, which puts us slightly above the recent high, which we hit, it looks like, in the end of January. So about a week, 10 days ago, roughly, we hit 825, sold off, boom, saw a nice pop to 945. And yeah, that point needs to break, 830. And going back to that 4-hour chart, right, you guys can see how $8 is an even bigger level, just stemming back a couple of months ago, right? It looks like in the beginning of December, we failed at 830, right? And let's see, the beginning of November, we failed at 830. In the middle of October, we failed in the mid-high eights. So this is a big spot where, we've just gotten a lot of selling over the last couple of months, and SoFi's had trouble holding above this point. So for the bulls moving forward, in my eyes at least, for them to really gain the edge here, they're going to have to retake 8, hold 8, and start building on top of that, pushing $10 again, 11, 12, maybe even above from that point. But who knows when and if that is even going to happen. Obviously, nothing's guaranteed, guys. Please do your own research. But at this point, man, SoFi reported great earnings, and what we have to do is look at what's in front of us, right? And I'm not telling you what to do. Personally, yes, I am long. It is a smaller position for me, but I have been buying over the past couple of months. But you have to look at it and be like, what's in front of us, right? SoFi reported pretty good numbers. The revenue growth is there. Sure, some analysts think it's going to slow down, but in my opinion, again, look at what's in front of us. They're doing pretty well right now, and they had their first GAAP profitable quarter, which is huge, and if they have more of those guys, which they're projecting that they will, their 25 and 26 guidance was pretty good. I'm looking at this like, it makes sense. And we talked about how there's a lot of share manipulation, in my opinion, at least. High short interest, right? There could be a short squeeze on this too, for all we know, which is not why I'm in it, obviously. We don't know what's going to happen with that. But for me, it looks like they reported great numbers. The stock's selling off. Doesn't make much sense, so I'm just adding more. That's the way I'm looking at it. And I'm not going to let it become a huge position, obviously. Like I've said, it's more of an ancillary position. But it's interesting how it's playing out. We had a nice green day today, but to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if we sold off even more. Just with how the stock's been. And if you notice here, one thing worth mentioning, then we'll slowly wrap up the video. We did, as of now, by the looks of it, we have put in a lower high here, right? We did not break out of the end of last year's high, which was 1030. On the high from post earnings. You guys can see we hit 950, and again, that's not above 1030. So that, is not the most bullish sign, obviously, and now that we're back under the moving averages, doesn't help either. So if SoFi does see selling under 7, which again, we're at 780 now, so it looks like the bulls might be able to push here. But if we do see selling under 730, 7 especially, $7 flat, this could start slipping even more, and you guys have to be aware of that. And we do have a descending triangle here, arguably as well, which we did talk about recently. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. My alerts are set. Let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comments, as always. And as for the markets today, we did not have the best day, but also not the worst. Actually, we had a pretty decent day. Not so much for the NASDAQ. NASDAQ went down 0.25%, but the Russell went up 0.8%, S&P up 0.3%, Dow Jones up 0.4%. The VIX went down 4.5%. So volatility died down a bit. NASDAQ was really the only red out there. So I guess we did see some big tech names sell off a bit. Looks like Amazon down 0.7%, Nvidia 1.6%, Microsoft down a little bit, barely, pretty much at break even. Meta down 1%, Netflix down 1%, Adobe down about 4%. So yeah, we did have some tech sell off. AMD down 3.6%. So yeah, that makes sense a bit there as to why the NASDAQ sold off today. And in terms of other stocks, we're not gonna go through a bunch of these, but just to name some on the watch list here, Palantir 31%. Green Day, unbelievable. We made a video on that earlier today. Go check that out. Looks like AMC somehow had an 11% Green Day. That's interesting. Alibaba 5%. Looks like Rivian as well. Pretty good day. So, yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe. I appreciate you guys as always. And if you want some free money and you want to help out the channel as well, check out that Moomoo link down below. Once you open up your account and fund it with at least $100, you get 5 stocks. And listen to this. If you fund your account with at least $1,000, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks. And the thing is, each of those could be valued up to $2,000, guys. So come on, if you have not used that Moomoo link, use that link get your free stocks. And if you don't like the brokerage, which I think you will, but if you don't, you might not like it, you can take all your deposits out, right? You take all your deposits out and you keep all the free stocks. It's literally free money. So check out that link. And of course, it helps out the channel. I appreciate you guys as always. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next video.